Farooq Leghari, Farooq Ahmad Khan Leghari English IPA, Farooq Ahmad LGH Adari Balochi, Urdu Srdar FRWQ HMD and ləɡhərɪ, 29 May 1940 20 October 2010, was a Pakistani politician who served as the 8th President of Pakistan from 14 November 1993 until resigning on 2 December. He is the first Baloch to have been elected as president. Born into a Baloch tribal and influential feudal family, Leghari was educated at Aitchison College, the Forman Christian College in Pakistan, and St. Catherine's College, Oxford in United Kingdom. Upon return from the UK, he sat for the Civil Services exam in 1964 and started his career as a civil servant, remained Commissioner Sargodha Division prior to getting into politics in 1973 and tenured as senator representing the Punjab on the Pakistan People's Party (PPP) platform from 1975 to 1970. He contested the 1977. He won the National Assembly elections on Pakistan People's Party ticket and was appointed Minister for Industries. In 1980s, he led demonstrations aimed against President Zia-ul-Haq's administration and successfully ran in general elections held in 1988. From 1990 to 1993, he worked under Benazir Bhutto as her deputy leader of the opposition and participated in the 1993 Pakistani general elections. His credential and reputation eventually led him to secure a nomination for the presidency by Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto and was elected as president in 1993. However, he began receiving criticism over the controversial appointments of senior justices of the Supreme Court of Pakistan and was implicated in Marin Bank scandal. Differences began to emerge with Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto on policy issues in 1995, and he surprisingly dismissed his leader's government in 1996. His political ambitions later clashed with Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, and his intervention to retain Justice Sajid Ali Shah as Chief Justice finally led to his resignation in 1997. He remained active in politics, starting his own political party Millat Party, which was party of the National Alliance in the 2002 general elections. The party merged into the PMLQ in 2004. He was returned to the National Assembly in 2008 elections. Leghari died from a long heart illness at the Combined Military Hospital in Rawalpindi on 20 October 2010. Biography. Farooq Leghari was born on 2 May 1940 in Choti Zareen, a village located in Dera Ghazi Khan district, Punjab, British India. The prefix Sardar, a title of nobility, added before his name that indicated the commander-chief of his Leghari tribe. At 455, Leghari's family was a Saraiki-speaking Baloch and known for its wealth that has served as hereditary chiefs and has been remained active in politics since the times of British rule of India. His mother was a Pashtun from Mardan district. One of his sisters married a lawyer who was the son of the Nawab of Kalabagh. Leghari was 185 cm tall. His father, Nawabzada Mohammad Khan Leghari, and his grandfather Khan Bahadur Nawab Sir Mohammad Jamal Khan Leghari, both were progressive leaders who introduced their tribe to modern ideas. His father took prominent part in the Pakistan movement and was confined as a political prisoner in 1946. After the partition of India, his father served as minister in the provincial government of Punjab from 1949 until 1955. Farooq Leghari was initially schooled at the famed Aitchison College in Lahore, where he was the college prefect and head boy, and graduated at top of his class, winning the coveted Rivez Gold Medal for the best graduating student. He went on to attend the Forman Christian College University, where he gained BA with honours in economics in 1960. He went to United Kingdom to attend the St. Catherine's College, Oxford, where he received master's degree in philosophy, politics and economics (PPE). Leghari was an avid and competitive sportsman and played tennis, captaining the Aitchison College tennis team, and became a regular on the polo field. In 1974, he represented Pakistan as shooter in 7th Asian Games held in Tehran, Iran. Farooq Leghari was the major landowner in the country and owned approximately 40,500 acres 164 km2 of land. After the death of Farooq Khan Leghari, his son Jamal Khan Leghari became the 23rd chief of Leghari tribe. Civil service and politics. Upon returning to Pakistan, he joined the Central Superior Services (CSS) in 1964 and worked as civil servant in East Pakistan before posting back to Pakistan. In 1973, he resigned from the civil service and joined the Pakistan People's Party (PPP) on the invitation of Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. In 1975, he was elected as senator that represented Punjab on PPP platform and participated in general elections held in 1977 on DG Khan constituency. He was appointed as Minister of Defence Production and was appointed Secretary General of the PPP in 1978. In 1980s, he became known as a leading figure of presiding mass demonstrations against President Zia-ul-Haq's administration and was imprisoned several times by police. Leghari participated well in general elections held in 1988 on DG Khan's constituency. He was appointed as Minister for Water and Power under Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. His term was abruptly ended by President Zia-ul-Haq Khan. He dismissed Prime Minister Bhutto and successfully defended his constituency in general elections held in 1990. He served as deputy leader of the opposition under Benazir Bhutto, serving in opposition against Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. In 1993, he witnessed the resignations of President Zia-ul-Haq Khan and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and joined the caretaker cabinet of caretaker Prime Minister Moinuddin Ahmad Qureshi as finance minister. During this period, he presided over the 21st Islamic Conference of Foreign Ministers held in Karachi from 25 to 29 April 1993. He successfully participated well in general elections held in 1993 and retained his seat in the National Assembly, as he was the only PPP member from Dir Ghazi Khan. Leghari was named and appointed as Foreign Minister by Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto on 13 November 1993, but soon won the nomination for presidency by Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. President of Pakistan. His credentials and clean reputation as opposed to politicians accused of mass corruption and white-collar crimes won him the support from Prime Minister Bhutto and Pakistan People's Party (PPP). He accepted the nomination and ran in the presidential elections against Wasim Sajjad, the acting president (PMLN) nominee by Nawaz Sharif. As a result of indirect voting, Leghari received 274 votes in his favor against 168 votes for Wasim Sajjad. On 13 November 1993, Sardar Farooq Leghari was appointed as the President of Pakistan for a term of 5 years. He vowed to repeal the Eighth Amendment to the Constitution of Pakistan and expressed his support for Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. However, no bill was ever presented to repeal the Eighth Amendment to the Constitution. The law and order situation in the country worsened, especially in Karachi, where the police operation resulted in various and unaccountable deaths. In 1994-95, a major scandal was revealed by the sting operation led by the FIA that gained national attention. Known as the Maringate, Leghari's and Bhutto's name was implicated in the corruption scandal in news media. However, the PPP forcefully suppressed the FIA investigations and judicial inquiries as well as media coverage. Leghari supported the Bhutto administration's internal and foreign policies and staunchly backed Prime Minister Bhutto's initiatives at the national level. Leghari met with Indian Prime Minister Narasimha Rao and Queen Elizabeth. His political relations with Benazir Bhutto drifted apart over on policy issues concerning the internal politics and judicial nominations for the Supreme Court of Pakistan in 1996. In 1993, Leghari confirmed the nomination of Justice Sajjad Ali Shah as Chief Justice of Pakistan, who was known to be closer to the PPP ideology. At 244 in 1994, Prime Minister Bhutto nominated 20 senior judges for the appointment to the Supreme Court, of which 13 had political relations with the PPP. Some of the nominated judges had not been practiced judges and controversial reputations in the law circles. At 244, the PPP government began pressuring Chief Justice Shah to dissuade him from taking up two appeals against the nominations. President Leghari backed Chief Justice Shah over the appointment and confirmations that created problems with the Prime Minister Bhutto, who saw this as a conspiracy being hatched by the Chief Justice Shah. At 244, notoriety over the confirmations of additional judges in the high courts further maligned Leghari's image, as the appointments were seen as inappropriate. The situation with Prime Minister Bhutto further escalated when President Leghari raised issue of senior ministers' involvement in corruption and Asif Ali Zardari's appointment as investment minister. Leghari also suspected Benazir Bhutto and Asif Zardari involvement in controversial murder of Murtaza Bhutto that occurred in 1996, despite Prime Minister Bhutto hinted. At 245 on October-November 1996, there were several meetings between President Leghari and Prime Minister Bhutto to resolve the issue, but the two sides used the intelligence community against each other. At 245, the economic recession further escalated the situation, and President Leghari surprisingly dismissed the Benazir's administration using the Eighth Amendment to the Constitution on charges of. At 245, 247, 27, resignation and post-presidency. Death. Farooq Leghari briefly fought a heart illness since 2000, and initial reports claimed that he was ill for some time, owing to complications with his heart. Farooq Leghari died on 20 October 2010 in Rawalpindi due. Residents of Dera Ghazi Khan and political dignitaries had attended his funeral services, and he was laid to rest in Choti Zareen, DG Khan district, Punjab, Pakistan on 21 October 2010.